Welcome back to the show, and now we're going to see Guy Mezger face off against Minoru Suzuki. And Josh, a matchup of two very good all-around fighters.
Right, Mezger, not being one of the founders like Suzuki, but with a group like the Lions Den, has made a lot of improvements and shown just how talented he is in the game in fights against guys like Bas Rutten and Funaki and some of the earlier fights he's had already. At this point, fighting against Suzuki, this is going to be a really difficult match for someone like Mezger, but I think at this point, this is another chance for Mezger to show just how talented he is.
All right, enough words. Let's go straight to the fight.
Guy Mezger versus Minoru Suzuki.
Fight!
Well, this fight will be fought with their hands and legs, as well as Suzuki goes in for a takedown. Mezger doing a good job preventing that, now trying to throw the knees and putting Suzuki into the corner.
Grabbing the single leg is Mezger and kicking out Suzuki's post leg there.
And Suzuki does get up, and I do not think that will be a leg takedown, Josh, and it is a penalty. Why did Mezger get that yellow card there, Josh?
I'm actually not exactly sure. I don't know if he hit him in the throat or if he kicked him in the front of the knee. They're going to show here, I think.
As we see, it looks like... Well, I think we're past that, Josh. We'll figure that out later on. And it looks like Mezger showing great power, just tossing Suzuki across the ring like a rag doll.
Yeah, really controlling the fight here is Mezger. Suzuki doesn't really want to engage in the stand-up battle with Mezger, as Mezger a kickboxing champion, but wow, big shotes by Mezger, putting Suzuki down hard, and I think Suzuki hurt his knee on that knockdown.
And Suzuki, he must be seeing stars. He does get
stars, moons, clovers, diamonds, purple horseshoes,
Mars, Venus, Jupiter. He does get deducted a point for that takedown. He does 4 points left, so many more opportunities in this fight.
Suzuki's really got to try and get underneath those strikes and get into Mezger's legs as he eats another couple of strikes, big left knees, big shotes. Mezger really pouring it on in the corner against Suzuki. He's got to be in trouble. Suzuki's going to have to change this around, or this fight's not going anywhere quick for him.
And Suzuki, it seems like he's content to stay in the corner, but if he wants any chance, he has to move away because Mezger is just keeping him there and unloading him. And Suzuki finally tries to make a move, unsuccessful, and he is back down on the mat.
I think those body shots in the corner are really taking their toll on Suzuki, as his gas tank seems really low.
And Suzuki, I'm not sure he knows where he is right now. The ref does the 8 count, and this fight is over. A TKO victory by Guy Mezger, 7:59. In the first round.
Self-inflicted, actually, I believe, as I think what happened was as Suzuki jumped in to try and attack his legs, he hit the back of his head against the mat so hard he knocked himself out.
I'm sure Guy Mezger will take this victory. They did fight once before. Guy Mezger lost via the TKO, and now he comes back and defeats Suzuki. Suzuki, I'm not sure if he's in good shape. I'm sure Guy Mezger is going to check on him soon because, as we said before, Pancrase, sportsmanship is a very big deal. And looks like they're going to take out a stretcher or a cot to carry Suzuki away. And Suzuki just...
not having anything of it.
He just throws that cot down on the mat. Suzuki, a lot of pride.
Yeah, Suzuki, too much pride. He doesn't want to be... He knows he's really
in trouble,
hurt,
Josh.
But he's not going to let anybody... He doesn't want to show the fans any sort of weakness, so...
And Suzuki would be okay. And a devastating loss for Suzuki. As we see, Josh, Suzuki started out on fire in Pancrase, but towards the latter part of his career, he really struggled. The mileage on his body just really showed.
Right, and something some of you guys are going to have to keep in mind is that a lot of these fighters, even at this point in their career, this is not their first career coming into Pancrase. This may be their second or third career, with guys like Funaki and Suzuki starting out in New Japan Pro Wrestling, going to the UWF, Fujiwara Gumi, and then finally, eventually finding their way to Pancrase. You know, they've got a lot of mileage on their bodies, like you said, Rob, and they've taken a lot of blows and strikes, and you know, they've been knocked out a few times prior to even starting this.
All right, now we're ready for our main event. It's Bas Rutten versus Frank Shamrock. And Josh, there's a lot on the line. It's the King of Pancrase title on the line.
Yeah, this is a big match, and Frank Shamrock being the provincial King of Pancrase, as Rutten broke his hand, was unable to defend the belt for some time. They stripped the belt from Rutten and held a match between Suzuki and Shamrock to decide who would be the provincial king of Pancrase until Rutten was healthy enough to come back. Shamrock winning that match now owns the belt, and here comes Rutten back to reclaim what he feels was rightfully his.
All right, let's not wait any longer. Let's find out who will become the king of Pancrase.
Bas Rutten versus Frank Shamrock.
And as Josh mentioned, Frank Shamrock is the temporary king of Pancrase after he defeated Minoru Suzuki. Bas Rutten unable to defend his title because he broke his hand during training, and you know Bas wants to be the one with that wrapped around his stomach.
All right, and as far as Bas sees it, he was never beaten for the belt, he never lost the belt, it's all a technicality.
And Bas Rutten is a man on a mission. These two fighters have faced twice before. Bas won one on a split decision, Frank Shamrock winning the other. And one of Bas's heroes is Bruce Lee, and I want to ask you, Josh, who are some of your heroes? Who are your influences in mixed martial arts?
Strangely enough, some of as we watch these tapes, people like Bas Rutten, Funaki, Suzuki, I really look up to them, and some other guys like Antonio Inoki and Akira Maeda and Nobuhiko Takada over in Japan. But I won't lie and say that Bruce Lee influenced a lot of people, even including myself, as he was a fellow Seattleite in Washington. Bas did used to be a model in the Netherlands with a full head of hair to boot.
Swimsuits?
I don't know if they were. I didn't delve that back.
All right, and the ref already made his inspections. This fight will carry on.
Both of these guys in great physical shape, both very strong and explosive fighters. Bas really has the advantage on the feet, but Frank, being just such an explosive, dynamic fighter, can take a guy off his feet into a submission before you could even blink. Something that will become a trademark signature of his, as he has rattled off several wins against.
And what a
nice belly-to-belly suplex.
Suplex takedown, Josh.
And that's the power and explosiveness of Frank Shamrock at work. And like I was saying, Frank, he can lock a submission on at any moment. As he works the power half with the elbow across the throat, body shot by Shamrock as he's looking to work the arm.
And those body shots will take its course throughout this fight. And Bas, as you see those R's on his hands, wants to remind himself to relax. And Josh, but he can't stay too relaxed.
No, he's caught in a dragon sleeper by Shamrock. Bas using a lot of that strength that he's got.
And Shamrock dodged a knee there. That could have been deadly.
Yeah, and Bas using a lot of that upper body strength was able to reverse that position, not necessarily out of technique, but it got the job done.
And Frank's saying, all right, if you want to hit me there, go for it. I'm not sure he wants to be taunting El Guapo right now.
Well, the one thing about Frank Shamrock is he's a gamer, man. When that guy comes to fight, he comes to fight.
Both fighters back up on their feet, exchanging legs. And now Rutten taken down again. A nice double leg takedown by Frank Shamrock.
And Rutten not able to find his rhythm or range quite yet with Frank, but holding his own on the mat as well, and not getting submitted or even having to give up a lost point yet, showing Rutten's ability to grapple with the likes of Frank Shamrock.
Shamrock in the full guard, as you see, still throwing those body shots to Rutten. Now, Rutten might not look like he's feeling it, but in the later parts of this match, he could be more winded because of that.
I think Frank just sees it as an opportunity. He's down here on the mat as Rutten responds to some palm strikes to the side of Shamrock's head. Frank's just going to try and take some of that energy away from Bas and maybe look to win this fight later on in the fight in the match. But Rutten is walloping him upside the head as the ref stands him back up and decides, hey, enough of that. You guys aren't moving to finish this fight, so let's put it back on the feet.
Now, before you did see Shamrock throw punches, closed fist punches to the body. That is legal, but you cannot throw a closed fist punch to the face. And right there, an uppercut by Bas Rutten takes Shamrock to the ground, and we have our first knockdown of the fight.
Great series of techniques. Nice combo by Bas to follow up that front kick with those hands, finding their home on Frank's chin and putting him down as Frank sees that front kick coming again, catches the leg, but eating a bevy of strikes on the feet.
And he takes Bas Rutten out of the ring. I don't think I've ever seen this before, Josh.
That's a very dangerous scenario here.